Everyone, Steve here, and what we're going to do is go through the developer update for January of 2023. It was released on January 3rd. Right now it is the 6th. So it's quite been a day of a gap. That's because I've not been playing DVD lately because of health reasons and such. But we're going to go through this together. So right now there is a brand new UI hub updates coming along with the game, and it is to signify what are people doing. Now it is to make playing alone much easier and much more better in communication wise of an aspect. If you're playing with friends, it has no effect because you probably know what they're doing unless they're the type who just say jack shit. So you know if someone's working on a generator, cleansing a totem, working on opening a chest, or even being chased, which is pretty nice. But apparently, going down and reading some more of this from what I remember, is they're going more in depth on the simple little icons of, for example, you're trying to snap out of a doctor, or if you're mending these little mini things, they could have just gave little basic universal icons, but they're not. They're more in depth, which is something that's very nice and something that we need right now. And going down, you're gonna see the update the wiggle animation for 6.5. Okay, so do you know how when you're late game and when you're late game, you get hooked, you get picked up, this right, anything just keeps going around in circle and over again, and you at the point you hear ding, ding, ding. You know, it's pretty obnoxious, right? But you're not gonna get off most likely. They make it so there's no sound cue anymore. After the second attempt, there's no sound cue, which is nice, right? And there are some gameplay changes to the nerfs, buff and a nerf, mostly a nerf. This makes it so where the nurse, when she uses her blink ability, it is no longer considered a basic attack. So if you're using perks such as Noed or Haunted Grounds, those type of perks, don't give players the exposed status effects when you actually blink and hit. And also the fact that the nurse has a notification now that when she gets her blinks back, she gets notified with a little sound cue, which makes the game playing here a little bit easier. But there is a bit of an issue with this, I believe. Um, the issue is the fact that matches, as when you come across a really good nurse, matches are like 5 to 8 minutes, which is not that long of a Dead by Daylight match, since most matches for a standard killer is from 10 to 15 minutes, which could ensue the idea of people, well, killer mains really, nurse mains running slow down perks, making the game much slower, and we kind of don't want that really. People will do this in protest of their favorite mommy nurse getting destroyed to the ground. Really, not only destroyed, but it can make the game much more difficult for them to play. Come across a bad nurse, not really, but this affects a very small percentage of players, which is not much. But you're gonna come across a lot more nurses running slower gen builds, which it's not gonna be fun for everyone. And because of this, they were coming across a little bit longer games to the point where these games go up to 10 minutes. It doesn't sound very long, but when it comes to a nurse, yeah, it's pretty long. Personally, for me, I prefer getting killed quickly, and so I can hop in the next match right away rather than fighting an entire nurse, getting hopped on the ground, running around in circles, trying not to die. So it's better than that. And they'll also be reworking all these add-ons. I'm not sure exactly because they didn't mention what. They're just mentioning what the changes are going to be. Knight is also getting modification now. Now, Knights of I never played against Knight so far really because I took a break from a while. Um, it is but playing against a Knight, it's very easy. Knight only works, I believe, and if you're in a corner of a map. If you're not in a corner of the map, Knight is the most unfun killer to play because you can't really do well with Knight. Knight is not it's not very good right now of what I experienced so far, and that's probably why I not really came across many Knight players. So what they're doing right now is the fact that if the distance is longer than 10 meters of the path your minions or troops, we call them, are placed, you gain haste, if you didn't know this. But now if it's longer than 10 meters, you get a increase. It lasts longer, which means to help the killer catch up, since when you're playing Knight, you have to stop in your place, then make the trail while the survivor is running away. which is difficult, and also which is not very good. At that point, just keep following pursuit. Since even the chase is not very well designed. It's a good idea. It's good on paper, but it's not very good in actionality. And not only that, the guard kicking, the generators have gone up from 2.5 to 5%. There's a 2.5 increase, which is pretty good, which is not a bad idea. And Air Lacroix, that map. Okay, so the map of what we know is the fact that this map is more of a rectangle shape map. Now it's getting condensed down to a cube because there's some maps. I like the idea of maps getting becoming smaller because you have to run across the entire map as a survivor and as a killer, and they can take up to 30 to 45 seconds depending on map and what direction you're going to. Which is, if someone's working on a generator, it's not very good in a way. Since especially with the tunneling issue, I've been experiencing a lot, and other people are experiencing a lot. So the map will become more of a square shape, which is not gonna be bad. Hopefully be more between because this map is very, very survivor sided, and not really killer sided at all because I never lost on this map unless it comes one of those aggressive tunnelers. But apart from that, this map I think is going in the right direction. In-game challenge trackers, which should be very good because I can now know what I'm supposed to be doing now. Sorry if my voice is raspy. I'm sick right now. Not COVID, it's just flu. So you now track your challenges within the game, which is be good for us to memorize and know what we're doing, right? So that's good. And gameplay phone improvements, which is nothing special really. Okay, here is something that's interesting. Merciless Killer. Now, right here, you check out the board: 0 kills, Thinity Hungers, 1, 2, Brutal Killer, Ruthless Killer, and 4, Merciless Killer. So here's the thing. This makes add-up challenges for killers much, much difficult. Because getting 3 kills on its own is somewhat difficult to a degree. Especially if you play up in the higher ranks. Getting 4 kills, it's kind of asking for too much. This makes doing add-up challenges, especially for the night, not fun, and you have to play many more games. Getting 3 kills alone is difficult. I don't play killer very much. For me, it's very, very difficult. But getting 4 kills, that's a bit of a stretch, which is gonna be change in degree. And adolescent stars are fucking prices are changing apparently. I don't know what numbers are exactly, but I think it's towards outfits and the shrine. And I think that's it really. Because some of them are extremely overpriced. Or extending the outfits to the point where you can buy things. And update on cheating. This is the new update. This game's been around for 6 years. It's on its, wait, has it? No, it's been 7 years. Oh my god, game came out in 2015, I think. I don't know. But this is the cheating list. It's gone up by a lot, I noticed. Which is pretty good actually, very good. 64,000 people got banned this year. At this rate, you might even get close to 500,000 bans for this year. If it keeps going up as it should, it's good for us. I hadn't yet to come across a cheater in my games. That's probably because I play in the low ranks compared to other people, which is not a bad thing. But I don't experience a hacker once in my entire life, even on console. So I can't speak for myself, but from other people I have not known, but people I've heard and read on Reddit and Twitter, is hacking is very high and rapid up in the higher ranks. But it's good to see them they're taking more initiatives and actions, which is eventually the numbers will go flat, start declining, because you can only have so many cheaters for a game. And with new implementations of Steam, I'm not sure if this is true now, but they're adding a new feature where you can actually be hardening down on cheaters for all games. Hopefully that shit can work for TF2. But you'll see how that works. But that should be it, guys. And thank you all for watching, and bye.